Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. I am Daniel. This is Jonathan. Today we are back with Death Note episode 19.
There we go. We got it. Well, we did practice.
We did practice. Yeah, we discussed it. So last time on Death Note, we kind of saw what the world looked like with Light and L attached to each other, and the dates and him
the fights.
Right. Also, we got a little insight as to what L's mindset is right now.
Right.
Because imagine watching this from the perspective of L.
Right.
How confused we would be.
Be like,
we would have no idea what's going on.
Yeah.
And he's so good at, like, he was on it. And it's like these crazy mystical rules are throwing him off. And even then.
And even then, he's still on it. Because
he's still kind of.
I know for a fact that it was you, Kira 1, and she's Kira 2.
And it was somehow transferred. And I was like, you're not wrong.
Right.
What he doesn't know is that it was by their own will to transfer it.
Like their decision, yeah.
But they don't even remember that. So.
Yep.
We saw that, and then obviously even we now know that the police force has even like backed down.
Yep.
So now this has to become like an unofficial thing.
But they're backed down by the threat, if you will, from a different Kira that works for the Yotsuba Group, right?
Yeah.
Because it's not like...
It's not, yeah, exactly.
Like we talked about it, this Kira concept that keeps passing through people, which obviously we know is the Death Note, but for L, it's like he sees it as a concept that can pass its powers through there. So there's nothing that is actually a person actually controlling or one Kira, right?
Right.
It goes from people to people. So in that manner is they're chasing the concept.
It's really chasing the concept more than it is a single person. Right. Because if you focus on that person, like he said, if it goes to the next person, it doesn't really matter. Right. You have to kind of figure out how to, so then how do you stop it at that point?
Correct.
And then now that it's like unofficial police, what happens if he catches him? Is he allowed to arrest him, or who arrests him at that point? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. You put in a tip on the hotline to the police, but then if the police aren't involved, like, I don't know what you do.
I mean, well, you know what? Thinking about it, maybe now, is it Mogi? He's like their help on the police side, not subconsciously, but like,
yeah, true.
Undercover in a way.
But I guess I don't know if like Yagami or anyone could talk to him while they're on the task force. Like, I think like L made it seem like I'm not going to share any information, because he even said I can come on my spare time. Right. He's like, I'm not going to share any of that information. If you're still in the police force, I'm not going to talk. Right. You know. So I don't know what's going to happen, but I'm curious to see which direction this goes.
Oh, something we didn't touch base on really quickly: the con and the thief.
Oh yeah,
two new people, helping them.
2 new characters, and they seem to be good.
Right.
They were able to get in. The thief, I guess, found her way in without getting caught.
Do you think the con man's gonna apply for a job at Yotsuba and kind of work there and sneak his way in, whatnot?
Work his way all the way to the top. Yeah, and it's gonna take years to work up to like almost CEO status,
or just kind of get insight. I mean,
it's just just any of them.
Well, he's master influencer, or what they say.
He's very charismatic, and he can earn people's trust very fast. Yeah, so he could just earn one of the trust of one of the board members. Yeah, so that's true.
We'll see.
That's like a curveball that they have. All right, we're gonna go ahead and hop in, guys. Before we do, please consider subscribing to our channel. Full link interactions are on our Patreon, as well as early access to future episodes. You want to go check those out? Link below. Otherwise, we're gonna hop into episode 19.
Let's do it. I miss Ryuk.
I know. He was funny.
Funny, yeah. Matsuda. Do we get a background history on him?
I love you. So please, don't tell me you're going home.
This is a dream. Are they getting married?
He's watching a movie or a show.
Instead.
I can't do this. I have a boyfriend. Can we do the love scenes, please?
Wait.
Just turn your head and like kiss on the cheek.
Yotsuba Group's main Tokyo office. And today is Friday.
Maybe he should try to go in there. He's gonna try to do things on his own.
And leave Misa.
Hello, Matsu, get over here.
I guess he had to run off somewhere.
What's he expect to find in there?
Would I punish evildoers and criminals if I could kill by just seeing a name and face? Is that what I'd do if I had that sort of power?
Interesting.
I mean, it's true that there are lots of people around that the world could frankly do without, but I don't think I'd become a murderer just to change the world.
You've been staring at me for the last 2 minutes. Wait, let me guess. You must be annoyed because I'm the only one eating cake at the moment, am I right?
Detective Geraldo Coyle has just received a private request to investigate and reveal the identity of L.
Isn't Geraldo?
The man who sought out Coyle's services is Masai Kokida, the head of the Rights and Planning Department of the Yotsuba Group's headquarters in Tokyo.
So it is Yotsuba. We're already short-handed enough as it is, and now we have to worry about Coyle, too.
The detective known as Geraldo Coyle is me. It's quite simple, really. 3 of the greatest detectives in the world. They're all actually me. It's been my experience that people who try to find me usually fall for this.
What? So somebody knows those names and they're posing as them.
Maybe I should leave while I still have a chance.
Oh,
No, then there would have been no point in coming here.
We never know how long these confidential meetings will go on for.
he might have picked up on something.
I'm gonna see it through.
Security cameras got to catch
Right.
All right.
You want me to
Oh,
make
he's
sure
there
that we're
already.
able to breach the security and override the surveillance cameras in the Yotsuba Group's head office?
Maybe Matsuda's going to screw it up for him,
So I'm wondering.
for the con man.
We cannot let anyone from Yotsuba figure out that we are investigating.
Door opens. Police officer.
I can't hear them clearly.
Yep, he
If only
screws
I
it
could
up.
hear just one thing. I just heard someone say kill. Kira. There it is.
But he has
Kira,
no
they said
proof.
Idiots.
You gotta pretend that you're just you're young enough. You look young.
I have just received an emergency signal from Matsuda's belt.
Oh.
I'm an agent with Yoshida Productions. I just dropped by to ask if your company would be interested in using our top multi-talented star, Misa Amane, as your new spokesperson.
Oh. Maybe they don't care.
Matsuda, you
Told
idiot.
You. You think they're buying it?
I don't know. Well, the thing is, because of how he looks, they could almost pass for it. But I think because of the importance of their meeting, if they're smart, they would just look at him directly, like search him for his police badge. I don't know.
Well, he doesn't. My assumption is he doesn't have his police badge because he's
not an
retired
officer
already.
anymore. Right, you're right.
But nonetheless,
They can still tie it.
ask him his name again. What did you say your name was? Oh, well, he could potentially have the name right of an employee because he's going through those files and remembered that name that he just threw
Did he
out.
say what his name was?
Yeah, he said, my name is Yatoro Mas something.
Oh, that's right.
So maybe he gave an actual employee's name and he knows that like job title, but offering Misa as a spokesperson is kind of like you're giving them
Yeah,
to
but
look into.
they're not gonna. But they're gonna be like, it's enough for them to validate that this
An
is a legit
employee,
person
yeah.
actually trying to ask this, and then hopefully enough for them to be like, just no, you get out of here, stop coming back.
Right. Until they, yeah.
But I don't know if they'll do that because I feel like they're gonna be too. They're gonna be too.
Yeah.
If the death note is stolen and the owner is killed by the thief, its ownership will automatically be transferred to the thief.
Oh, wow.
So whether you're subletted or if it was stolen, if they get the book and the person dies,
And they kill him.
yeah. Oh,
So like
no, I see.
Yeah.
And the owner has to be killed by the thief.
Yeah,
I
like
gotcha.
if,
Not
like
just
if
dies.
you have a death note and let's not use that example. If Matsuda stole the death note from whoever has it in this meeting, and then he wrote their name and killed them, then he now becomes the owner of it.
Oh, I guess by killing it that way.
Yeah.
I guess I was thinking like more hands-on kill, but
I
maybe
guess
it doesn't matter.
I mean, that could be too. Like,
Yeah.
hey, you have the death note, shoot him, takes it.
Dang. All right. Maybe that'll come into play. When the same name is written on more than two death notes, the note which was first filled in will take effect regardless of the time of the death.
Makes sense. Yeah.
But why more than two? Why not more than one?
So, what do you mean?
So if it's written on more than two death notes, the note that was first filled in will take effect.
Oh, I think that's probably what it means. It's
probably,
potentially but right, you're right. Like if you have 3 death notes and you write the same name twice in 2 death notes, it's fine. But if it's in 3 death notes, then whichever one is written first.
Yeah. So I think the idea is that if it's written
more than
whichever
one.
was written in first.
Yeah, I think
maybe this is an important detail that it has to be more than 2.
True. Maybe y'all help us out in the comments on the translation here.
So please take Misa into consideration.
Oh boy.
Yikes.
These two are only acting as guards. Oh, there's no way out of this. I wonder if the emergency signal got through.
Go ahead.
This can be El pretending to be something else.
Yo, Matsui.
Miyazaki.
It's me, Asahi. It's been a while, buddy.
Asahi, yeah.
So, you by yourself?
Yeah.
He's not with Misa Amane right now. Matsuda must be on his own. So, do you want to, like, go out drinking tonight?
I'll have to pass tonight.
Oh, what's the matter? Don't tell me your wallet is in trouble again.
In trouble? Big troubles with money. You know me way too well.
Guess I'll drag you out some other time, alright? See ya, buddy.
If you're gonna promote one of your clients, shouldn't you at least bring them with you?
Well, to be honest, at the moment, she's filming a movie nearby. I have to keep stalling them somehow.
We have to consider that if Matsuda dies, our suspicions about the Yotsuba Group would be confirmed. Let's just watch the situation.
He's gonna have to try to dig himself out of this.
He could be an undercover cop.
No, that can't be it. We have no choice but to kill him.
They write the wrong name.
Right. True.
You know,
don't write her name.
About it, it might be good to have her as the face of our company.
I gotta call him right. He really does worry about me when I'm late.
You're not with Matsuda at the moment, are you?
Oh, hey, it's from Matsu.
Tell her to hold her phone so that we can listen in as well.
When you're finished filming, come over to the Yotsuba Group head office.
It's still tentative, but there's a chance you may be able to appear in Yotsuba's commercials. We're working it out now.
You're amazing, Matsu.
Okay, so she's in. She wants to do it.
This time. Don't worry, we're wrapping up soon.
There is a chance that we may be able to save Matsuda, but we won't be able to do it without Misa's help.
Oh, what's he gonna tell her to do?
Go through with it.
Oh boy, they're both in there, and now they know that he's not lying.
I gotta admit, she is really cute in person.
Since Yotsuba's a big catch, I got the okay from our office to have a special reception.
We're very pleased to meet you.
Oh.
Hey, is it just me, or is this getting
I think so.
Well, it can't be helped. Let's just go with it. I'm gonna enjoy myself.
This is my way out.
Oh, this is her.
This is their room in the building. Yep.
Yep.
Man, we gotta do this more often.
Well.
I gotta go to the bathroom.
He's gonna call like these are the guys, and I heard him say this, and I heard him say that.
Oh, what if the security guards are in there?
Jeez.
Miyazaki, are you watching this?
I hope nobody's in the restroom.
Yeah. Look, listen, the 8 men who came here were having a meeting to determine who they get Kira to kill for them.
Gosh, I hope you're right. There's nobody in that locker.
Oh no.
Yes, but if you did overhear them and they caught you, then they'll almost certainly be trying to kill you now.
They don't have his real
Give
name
him a
though.
fake name.
I know.
You will have to die before they can kill you.
What?
Pretend to die.
I want you to listen to me very carefully.
Give a fake name and then act like you died.
Pretend he had a heart attack.
No way.
Fake a fall? I don't know.
But then, how do you not die from that?
Hey! I am so drunk.
Fall off the
he's
window?
Gonna fake a fall.
But then...
Now everyone,
Yeah.
the moment you've all been waiting for.
You can do it.
She doesn't even care.
All right.
What are they gonna catch him with?
And they have to have a decoy down there.
Or they catch him and then... Oh, God.
Are you crazy? It's all right.
But they have to catch him.
Yeah, see?
And it,
Mattress. Okay,
But then-
slides in. They have to have a decoy down there.
no, but they're gonna look over.
Told you, decoy.
Someone call an ambulance.
This sure is a
Con man.
crappy
Yes.
roll.
If the press sees us, we're in trouble.
How does she know? How does she get wind of it?
She's gotta be.
Did someone jump?
I don't know.
While I'm aware of the fact that we're short-handed, I'm not very pleased
yeah.
that I
I just-
do this sort of thing myself.
Maybe he earned some respect, even though he was being kind of careless.
I don't know. I think he's in trouble.
Now, what if he like fell too far outside and they couldn't catch him? Like,
Right?
Misa Amane's manager dies in full.
I go by the name Geraldo Coyle. I'm calling to discuss my terms with you.
A $2 million advance and $8 million upon completion? Is he out of his mind?
We should assume Coyle knows quite a bit already.
Right.
This is getting ridiculous. I don't know who Kira is, and I don't care. I just don't want to get wrapped up in this and end up in jail. I think you're going to end up dead tomorrow.
Because he said that.
I was only joking. It's not like that.
Because he knows too much now.
I'm in. I'll see this to the end.
He'll become partners with us as long as we pay him.
His demands are exorbitant, but we need to have someone as skilled as Coyle on our side.
Dang.
Good point. Pay him.
Dang, is that how they get money to fund this building?
Are you listening? There weren't even any wiretap detectors.
It looks like things have been moving pretty smoothly since then, huh?
Now that everyone's here, let's commence our regular meeting.
There's the camera.
But if there's supposed to be 8, why are there only 7?
Dang, they did kill that guy off.
Was that already the next day, you think?
I think that's the next week. That's the next meeting.
Well, the meeting when he was saying I can't do this anymore.
He said, then you'll be dead tomorrow.
So I think maybe I thought that was the meeting that they were watching, but maybe you're right. Maybe that meeting happened, and then a little time later, then Elle is watching them.
But there was no time, like there's no reference of time.
Like the time of when Matsuda first.
Oh no, you're right. Now that you're saying that, maybe go back a little bit. He said it's been a week since I first snuck into that place.
Well, it's a week since he snuck in, and then here they are now watching them. Where during all this did they make the deal with Coyle and had that meeting where he said I don't want to be here?
I think
So that could have been in the middle. So which is why there'd only be 7.
True. Yeah. This is their quote unquote next meeting from that time. So
yeah. Dang. So it kind of, in a way, it worked out. He kind of screwed things up, and it was a little bit messy.
They had to clean it up,
but he sort of helped out. I don't know if it's enough for him to like gain respect per se, because they're still mad of how he approached it.
Yeah.
But maybe Yagami kind of going in there and like putting his hand on his shoulder is like, I know you're trying, and we've probably been a little too harsh on you. Right.
Yeah. It was kind of
Like he understands why he did that.
Correct. And let's not let it go unnoticed. The thief is really good. She just bypassed all the security, and she was actually upset that it wasn't a challenge.
As hard as it was. I mean, she was able to get into L's, and that was like crazy hard to get in.
Yeah.
So I mean, she was really, really good.
And so they've tapped the place. They've set cameras, I guess, now. So now it's just they're gonna have to observe these meetings and figure out who is Kita.
Yep. I feel like they're not. There's even those 8 of them when I was 7. They're not. None of them are quite as bright as what Light was as Kira.
Yeah.
Because like this whole like going to the party and hanging out and
they're trying to collectively
like
be Kita.
Do it. Yeah. But eventually, with that sort of power that you're trying to share, I mean, I guess one of them really has the power.
Right.
Eventually, it's going to cause some sort of a rift, and it won't last. I don't know.
Yeah, and it's crazy how they've kind of been convinced by whoever really owns the Death Note that Kita is somebody they've hired and can, tell, hey, Kira, this is what we're going to do.
Well, I'm curious how much of the rules that they've learned and know, because if they openly discuss those things on now that it's on camera, Elle's going to learn about it.
Yeah.
Like about a Death Note. Unless the meeting maybe the people in the meeting, no one knows how it's actually done. Only the Kira does, but they know that they can pick a person. All they have to know is his name and his face, and that's enough. In which case, Elle already kind of knows that, figured that.
Right. I think they do discuss because remember they said that it wasn't likely because the guy that they try to kill. Why did he die from a heart attack? And they're like, well, he was out in Italy or France with.
So it was impossible. You're right. So they do know some of the rules.
In Japan.
So you watch enough of that, and Elle can get wind of a lot of the rules.
Right. Which most of those he knows because I think those are like very superficial rules, like easy ones.
Yeah.
There's deeper
levels
to the rules that only as you possess the Death Note do you kind of gain knowledge of them, and they don't really have that because they're kind of, like I said, going at it like a collective versus a individual, and they're making these decisions, and they kind of have it set up to where this board meeting happens, they make a decision and how they're the method, and then they present that to Kira, and Kira then
executes it later on. Which the crazy thing is, like, this is already almost enough evidence to put someone on arrest. Like, there's a video they're talking about killing someone, even if it's just like plotting murder.
But,
you know what I mean?
Right. But
he wants to, obviously he wants to go further.
But I think even with here's my thing, even with all the evidence, I don't think the NPA can help them because they've made the deal.
Right.
So
that's kind of what I was saying last episode. Like, how does he even arrest them at that point?
You almost have to unalive all 7 of them to get Kita.
Or a tip. You put in a tip and you put in that cassette tape with a note and just send it. Oh, but the police won't do anything.
Right. Because
you're right. What about the FBI? Or Japan's version of the FBI?
Right.
Secret
I don't
Service.
know. I almost feel like I said they're gonna have to unalive all 7 of these people but then once they unalive all 7, the Death Note goes back to Light.
Maybe, yeah.
Right? Because
if that's what we're thinking, right?
Dies, then they goes back to the original or to the owner.
Which, speaking of, it's kind of crazy that Light's starting to think to himself, like, what would I do if I had it? I wouldn't become a murderer.
Right.
Whatever. That's actually what he did.
Yeah.
Circumstances kind of changed. I mean, he justified it in his own way.
Yeah.
But this version of Light had himself kind of like second guessing and thinking, which I thought was interesting.
Yep.
Twist
I
there.
agree.
Dang. Well, this has gotten interesting. Curious to see what happens now. Next
time.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know what. Now that they have the cameras there, I don't know where you go from here. And I guess Matsuda just has to stay low.
Matsuda, yeah, because even with all the evidence, is like, where do you go? Because like we said, the MPA might not help them prosecute. So we're at a standstill.
Unaliving them, but then who does that? And how do they do it? It's not like Yagami's gonna go over there and poison them or something. You know what I mean? Yeah. What's the next step? I don't know.
Where do we go from here?
Yeah.
I'm interested.
Anyway, all right, guys. Well, thanks for watching. That's all we got for today. Please consider subscribing to our channel. Full link to access over on our Patreon, as well as early access to future episodes. We'll be back in a few days with episode 20, right?
20 is correct.
Yep. So until then, we will catch you on the next one. Peace.